Hello everyone, and welcome back to Owoh's Corner. This is part 3 of my 7-part series of the 7 Stages concept, where I go over my design process for each of the main characters for my pilot and animated project. This right here is Nansi, the illusionist, the showman. To start off, Nansi is the youngest member of the 7 Stages at 12 years of age. But he is rank 5 and has 2 individuals underneath him in rank, which is entirely intentional. My project is heavily inspired by the Bible to begin with. Each of the 7 stages is inspired by the 7 things God finds despicable. Nansi also draws inspiration from the prophet Jeremiah, who is said to have been the youngest prophet at 17 to 20 years of age, which likely played a factor into why he was not heeded in his biblical story. Nansi as a character symbolizes that righteous hatred and the desire for justice or revenge knows no age or bounds. Nansi in particular heavily draws from the 5th thing God hates: feet that be swift in running to mischief. It was the mischief and lack of care of another that led to the destruction of his life. When magic returned to the world, it led to a platinum age, of which had many leaps and bounds in advancement. His parents were common people, engineers who were overworked by their business. It eventually led their bodies and minds to breaking down and having to be hospitalized. And because his parents were no longer able to properly care for him or support him, he had to use his magical abilities, his illusions, to make money to support himself and his parents. The name Nansi comes from Anansi the spider, an African figure of folklore and legend who appears in many stories and tells stories of his own, also known for being wise and a bit of a trickster himself. The character Nansi is a beastkin. In the world of the 7 stages, it follows our world up to the year 2000. In which an event known as the Cascade brought magic back to the world, revitalizing flora, fauna, and even mutating some humans due to their direct and overwhelming exposure to magic. Genetically, people are still human and can interbreed, but phenotypically, people may have pointed ears, they may be taller or bulkier builds, like elves and orcs, or they may have acquired some physical aspects of animals. Beastmen are the anthropomorphic animal people. Beastkin are humanoids with animal traits. Hybrid beastmen are rare, and you're more likely to be one of the animals either of your parents are. Beastkin have diluted beastmen DNA. Having children with non-beastmen or other beastkin, that leads to them being mostly humanoid with only trace animal characteristics, like tails or ears or special kinds of eyes. His design is meant to draw on who he is as a character. The main things I wanted to project in his design is that he is a showman, and that he is an individual who is put together and competent. He wears a full suit, but I did give him dress shorts instead of pants to accentuate his youth and youthful aspects. The cornrows and lilac Jordans are a staple of his Black American background, as well as that overall African American Black youth aesthetic. Nansi is a Creole boy, so the suit also assists in that New Orleans festival and overall Mardi Gras vibe. Being a showman, his magic primarily revolves around illusions. In this world, anyone can use magic, and anyone can use any type of magic. So there is no restriction on one person being able to only use one type of magic, or there being different elemental schools. Magic is based on personal perception. Each person finds a method that works best for them. There is, however, a split duality of logic and emotion, of which women are more prone to using their emotions to cast spells, and men use logic. But they are not limited to those predispositions, and most people, especially masters of magic, use some greater or lesser combination of the two. Emotion affects potency, logic affects stability. Mathematical equations, elements on the periodic table, prayers, symbolism, nature, all are merely different perspectives. Because of that, outside of basic powers and spells learned in school, like moving objects, summoning small objects, or small prestidigitation and little tricks, children don't have the understanding of the world necessary or the mental, physical, or even spiritual development needed to pull off advanced spells and feats, which is why many can merely only make illusions or other tricks. Thus, Nansi being the showman and master illusionist, using his imagination, innate potency from his emotions, as well as the knowledge and study material from his fellow sages, allows him to make those amazing and great leaps and bounds in his illusory magic. There is a duality I'm going for in Nansi of innocence and danger. White being a color of purity, while his lilac is meant to signify serenity and tranquility. He is a child, he is pure, but he is also dangerous. That is offset by the web-like design I incorporated on the interior of his coat, as well as the fact that he is a spider, has fangs, and is essentially a bit of a predator. Of all the characters, he definitely carries himself the best. Despite being a showman, his desire for revenge is not an act. He is not being used or manipulated. He knows exactly what he is doing. However, there is also the theme and idea of adultification that is present in his design. I didn't shy away from making him small. He has large eyes, softer features. He wears shorts that expose his legs, wears long socks, and the Jordan-inspired shoes are a staple with Black youth. The leg harness was merely to add a bit of asymmetry to his design. All elements depict him as a preteen, though I did flip the adultification narrative a bit on its head. In the actual story, Nansi is going to be seen as a child by everyone, even a fellow sage or two, but he as a character will be trying to be taken seriously, and those who choose not to take him seriously will end up tricked by him. The 7 sages are not the villains of the story, rather 7 men and women who have each been wrong in their own way. And like Jeremiah was the youngest prophet, Nansi shows that righteous fury and judgment can come from anywhere. Anyway, that's all for this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I was able to share a bit more on Nansi as a character, the reason why I chose certain design choices, as well as giving you guys a better and overall idea of the project and story I'm trying to tell. Please stay tuned for more videos coming from me, as well as future live streams. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share even. This has been Owoh's Corner, my own little corner of art, and I'll see you guys in my next video or live stream. Bye.